What happens when America's sweetheart faces her match in an interview that spins totally out of control? Today, we're looking at the fiery moment that left viewers stunned when Kelly Clarkson stormed off the Today with Jenna and friends, set after a confrontation nobody saw coming. If you enjoy seeing behind-the-scenes drama and celebrity moments like this, make sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments what you think actually set Kelly off. The morning had started just like any other stop on a promotional tour. Kelly Clarkson showed up at the NBC studios in her signature style, glowing with the same warm energy that made her beloved since her American Idol days. She was scheduled to promote her latest album, chat about her upcoming tour, and share some lighthearted stories. It was supposed to be a simple 15-minute segment that her team had locked in weeks earlier. Jenna Bush Hager welcomed Kelly with cheerful greetings, complimenting her outfit and asking about her kids. Everything seemed completely normal at first as the two settled into the usual rhythm of morning TV chatter. Kelly laughed at Jenna's jokes, told a funny story about her daughter's obsession with makeup, and even hinted at some exciting details about her new music. "So, Kelly, your fans are absolutely loving your new single," Jenna said with polished enthusiasm. "But I have to ask about something making the rounds online. There are rumors about tension behind the scenes of your talk show. Do you want to address that?" Kelly's smile faltered for just a beat, but she quickly recovered. "You know, every workplace has its challenges, but I'm really grateful for my team and for everything we've built together." "Right," Jenna continued, "but specifically, there have been reports about your management style being, well, demanding. Some former staff members even used the word toxic to describe the environment." Suddenly, the atmosphere in the studio shifted. Kelly's trained smile stayed on her face, but her eyes hardened slightly. "I think that's a pretty harsh description. Jenna, I have high standards because I care deeply about giving viewers quality content." "Of course, and nobody doubts your dedication," Jenna pressed, clearly noticing the tension but not letting go. "But when multiple people tell similar stories, doesn't that give you pause? I mean, there are accounts of staff crying in bathrooms, people being fired over small mistakes, even unrealistic workloads." Kelly's hands clasped tightly in her lap. "I think we should probably stay focused on the music. That's why I'm here." "Absolutely," Jenna said. "But you've always been open with your fans about your personal journey. People admire your honesty. So when these claims about a hostile workplace appear, they naturally want to hear your side. My side of the story?" Kelly's voice carried a sharper edge now. "Jenna, I've always been professional and supportive with my team. I don't know who's spreading these stories, but they're not accurate." Jenna glanced at her notes, determined not to let the moment slip away. "Well, one reported incident involved you yelling at a production assistant over a coffee order. It was said you made them redo your entire dressing room setup because you were upset." "That is completely false," Kelly said firmly, her voice rising. "I have never yelled at anyone about coffee or anything like that." "That story is made up. So you're saying all these reports are lies? That people are inventing things?" Kelly took a deep breath, trying to stay composed. "I'm saying sometimes when people leave a job, they remember things differently. But I know my own character, and I know how I treat my team." The tension was thick now. Even the camera crew seemed uncomfortable. Jenna's co-hosts exchanged nervous looks, unsure whether to step in or let the drama play out. "Kelly, I need to challenge you on this," Jenna pushed. "We're talking about repeated claims from multiple people. At what point do you take responsibility for creating a culture where employees feel scared to speak up?" "Take responsibility for what exactly?" Kelly shot back, her voice rising. "For expecting people to do their jobs? For caring about quality? No, I won't accept that narrative. No, for creating an atmosphere where people are afraid to make mistakes," Jenna replied. "That's ridiculous," Kelly snapped. "You're sitting here throwing accusations based on anonymous gossip and expecting me to defend myself against things that didn't even happen." The studio was silent, except for the cameras humming. Kelly glared at Jenna, and Jenna, realizing she had gone too far, tried to steady herself. "You know what, Jenna?" Kelly said, her laugh sharp and humorless. "I came here to talk about music, connect with fans, and have a good conversation. I didn't come here to be ambushed with tabloid stories." "This isn't an ambush," Jenna insisted. "This is journalism. When serious allegations come up, we have to ask the hard questions. Journalism? Kelly scoffed. It feels more like a setup. Did someone from my former management put you up to this? Is this some kind of coordinated hit? Kelly, no one reached out to us, Jenna said quickly. These stories are already public. We're just giving you the space to respond. A platform? More like a trap, Kelly fired back. You told my team this interview was about the album and tour. Instead, you blindsided me with character attacks. One of the co-hosts tried to change the subject. Maybe we could shift back to your music. Fans are so excited about this album, but Kelly wasn't finished. No, I want to continue this. Since Jenna thinks she's practicing journalism, let's talk about that. Did you or your team contact me for comment before airing these claims? Did you corroborate any of these stories? We're giving you a chance to answer right now, Jenna said, though her voice shook slightly. That's not how this works, Kelly retorted. Real journalists don't ambush their guests with unverified rumors. They don't rely on anonymous sources without context. The energy in the room grew heavier as Kelly leaned forward. How many of these anonymous people did you even talk to directly? Did any of them go on the record? Or are you just repeating gossip? Jenna looked flustered now, clearly rattled. What protocols did you follow? Kelly demanded. Because from here it looks like the plan was to paint me as some kind of monster for the cameras. Kelly, nobody wants to make you look bad, another co-host said gently. Really? Kelly shot back. Because it feels exactly like that. I've been in this business for 20 years. I know the difference between a real interview and a hit piece. Jenna tried again. It's not a hit piece. We're asking fair questions. Fair, Kelly challenged. I came in good faith, and now I'm being portrayed as some tyrant boss. Do you know the damage this does to my career, my work, and my family? Her voice cracked slightly on family, showing a flash of the vulnerability fans love her for. But the crack quickly hardened into steel. My kids will see this, she continued. My friends and my staff will see this and wonder why I didn't fight harder. So here's my fight. These claims are false. They're damaging, and you're spreading them without proof. We're not trying to hurt you, the co-host said softly. But you are hurting me, Kelly said firmly. Because drama gets ratings and you're choosing ratings over truth. Jenna spoke up, trying to regain control. That's not fair. These are valid questions. Valid? Kelly stood up suddenly, startling everyone. Here's a valid question for you. Have you ever run a team of creatives? Have you ever managed a production where hundreds of people depend on you? No? Then don't tell me how easy it is. That doesn't excuse bad behavior, Jenna replied. This isn't about excuses, Kelly shot back. It's about understanding the reality of my role. Every move I make is scrutinized, every look I give gets twisted, and you just added fuel to that fire. Kelly paced now, her voice echoing in the silent studio. You want to talk about toxic behavior? Look in the mirror. Ambushing your guest with gossip and calling it journalism? That's toxic. The silence after her words was deafening. I actually respected you, Jenna, Kelly said, her tone quieter but sharper. I thought you were better than this. I thought you had integrity. I do have integrity, Jenna protested weakly. No, integrity would have been calling my team ahead of time and being honest about your plan. This is cowardice dressed up as journalism. A co-host tried again. Maybe we can pause and start fresh, talk about the music. Start fresh? Kelly looked at him with disbelief. Do you think I can just sit back down and pretend this didn't happen? Absolutely not, Jenna tried to soften. This could be a chance for you to set the record straight. My side of the story? Kelly's voice rose again. I've been giving it to you for 10 minutes, and you keep dismissing me. You're not after my side. You're after a confession. Kelly stared at Jenna, waiting for a response. None came. This is what's wrong with media, she continued. You forget that behind these stories are real people with families, reputations, and lives. You chose drama over decency. Kelly, we never wanted to hurt you, Jenna whispered. But you did. You chose sensationalism. Kelly slowly picked up her purse. The entire room watched her like history was unfolding. I want to be clear, Kelly said, now looking straight at the cameras. To my staff, past and present, I have never and will never create an unsafe environment. Yes, I have high standards, but I have never abused my team. And to my fans, this angry version of me isn't who I am. This is what happens when you're ambushed on live TV. Kelly, we are giving you the chance now, Jenna started. No, you're not, Kelly cut her off. You're giving me the chance to apologize for things I didn't do just to fit your story. That's not the same. She adjusted her purse strap, steadied her voice, and continued. I've spent my career trying to lift people up, sharing my own struggles so others feel less alone. And this is my reward? Character assassination under bright lights? Please don't leave like this, one co-host begged. Kelly paused, but then shook her head. You know what would be positive? If people in media remembered their responsibility. If hosts treated their guests like people, not content. She started walking toward the edge of the set, heels clicking in the silence. But then she turned back one last time. And Jenna, she said firmly, the next time you ambush someone with gossip, make sure you've got your facts straight. Because this isn't journalism. It's cruelty with studio lighting. With that, Kelly Clarkson walked off the set, leaving behind stunned silence, a shaken Jenna, and a moment that would be replayed endlessly in the days ahead. The interview meant to promote. Kelly's album had instead become a textbook example of how quickly things unravel when sensationalism takes the wheel, when preparation meets confrontation, and when even America's sweetheart hits her breaking point. What do you think really pushed Kelly over the edge? Was it Jenna's questioning style, the lack of fairness, or something deeper about how celebrity culture treats women in power? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more celebrity drama and behind-the-scenes stories you won't find anywhere else.